is just going to be a super chill, sit down, chit chat video. I've been incorporating vlogs and sit down style in my videos so far throughout this year, but today we're going to mix it up a little bit. I wanted to tell you something that I realized so far this year, and something that's been pretty transformational for me, and I wanted to share it with you in case this is something that you find you're doing too without realizing it. And it all came about from a book that I just finished. So I'm just gonna chill on my floor of my bedroom, drinking a ginger root beer Zevia right now. The Universe Has Your Back. It's by Gabby Bernstein, and the reason why you're seeing a photo of it is because I actually read it on my phone. I accidentally bought the ebook as opposed to I meant to buy the audiobook because I've been listening to a lot of self-improvement books in the last year or so, but I accidentally bought the one to read. Anyways, doesn't matter. So I read it on my phone. And initially I didn't think I was gonna like that, but I kind of really did. On the iPhone, you can like highlight passages and save them, and you can bookmark pages. And at night, instead of it being a white background screen, it's a black background. So I found myself reading it before I went to bed, and I've been having a lot of trouble sleeping. And so in the middle of the night, I read it a lot, and it was nice to like not have to turn on a light, but just, I know you're not supposed to have screen time, but it felt different because it was the black background, and it helped me relax enough to go back to sleep. And The Universe Has Your Back is a book that so many of you recommended to me. So I want to say thank you, marathoners. It's like you just changed my life with all these great books you recommend. And it centers around the idea of going into things not with fear, but with love. And I swear it was like 2 chapters in, and this book like shook me to my core. I didn't realize how much of my day and how many situations and life and just everything I go into with fear or bracing myself or expecting the worst. And it was shocking to me to realize this. Whether I anticipate that someone's going to hurt my feelings, or I anticipate that something isn't going to happen how I wanted it to, or that something bad's going to happen. And this really stems from the last like 5 years of my life, where for the majority, things have been shit, and so many awful things have happened, one after another, and it was like something good would happen, and then boom, something terrible would happen, and we'd finally get back up on our feet, and then smash again. So both of my therapists consider it to be like a form of PTSD, post-traumatic stress, and it makes sense to me. I don't know if I ever really had the typical anxiety and depression that I initially thought I had last year. And that post-traumatic stress is that your brain is like now wired to always expect the worst. And The Universe Has Your Back talks so much about that, about, you know, just expecting that something terrible is going to happen. And I didn't realize how much I do it. Even the simple things of like, say I've gotten, you know, a not so nice email from someone in the past. Every time I would see their name pop up in my inbox, I would get that wave of like fear or like, dread. Maybe fear is a bit of a strong word every time, but I really realized that that's me. Like I would like expect the worst or expect someone to be critical. And, you know, it stems from a lot of things in my life and a lot of ways that I've been treated in my life. And it was so interesting to me. So that book had so many great truths and exercises, and like I bookmarked so much of it that now I'm going to go back and read. There's also quite a few meditations in the book that I didn't do because, you know, I was reading through it. I didn't want to like stop to do the meditations, but now I'll go back and do them. So I really recommend it. I would recommend buying the actual copy and like taking notes or listening to it. And the whole idea is that instead of going into something with fear, going into it with love and peace and calm, and know that the universe does have your back. Whatever's supposed to happen is happening. You may not understand it. Trust me. I still don't understand a lot of the ways I feel and what's happening, but you just have to trust that whatever's happening is happening as it's supposed to happen, and it's leading you to the life that you are supposed to have. So I never understood why, things have happened the way they have. And now it's just trusting that they're happening for a reason, and this is how it's supposed to be. So I am not as eloquent as Gabby Bernstein, but I definitely recommend that book. And just that idea of like pausing and noticing, like if you see someone calling and you dread it, or you see an email or a text, or even like a social situation, you like say you're going to a party, or you're going, I don't know, to meet with someone, a client, your boss, whatever, and you're like, oh, it's going to be awful. Well, what if you go into it thinking it's going to be fantastic? It might still be awful, but at least you're not wasting your energy on that dread that is just useless. So it's a good read and just a really interesting thing to think about. Yeah. Let me know if you have read The Universe Has Your Back or any other Gabby Bernstein books, because I know that wasn't her first one. So if there's any of her other books that you recommend, let me know. And anything that you're reading that you would like me to check out. I have a very big wish list on the Kohl's website, Chapters website, that I just sort of keep updating. That's it for today's video. Please lace up and become a marathoner today. Subscribe to my channel. Life isn't a sprint, it is a marathon. And in that marathon, remember to go with love and peace and an open mind instead of being fearful and closed off and scared about stuff. Please join our family. I have been so filled with love seeing you guys talk to each other in the comments or on social media or answering each other on my Instagram and stuff like that. It's so cool. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and my website is redheadmare.com. But that's it for today, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.